All right. Welcome. Welcome to Watching Styles UG, the Georgia first half. Man. Oh, Wes Hayes, I appreciate that, brother. Um, Had to give it a second shot. I don't know what happened when I started this thing the first time. It froze up on me. This this game, man, it it, it bothers me so much because if we play with this intensely defensively, we win the game last week. And I know for fans it's all about points and it's all about lighting up the scoreboard. I totally get it. But for a football player, that's not really what it's all about. It's really all about getting a W. And we only allowed Georgia to score 16 points. We allowed Vandy to score 24. That's unacceptable. And what's funny about this, and not funny is not the right word, but I'm going to say funny, is that when I tweeted something about Monkey and his game planning, and I had a reply that was basically like, we didn't open up the playbook. Georgia didn't open up the playbook because they knew blah, 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 we couldn't score. Kind of interesting how we don't use that same logic when we play Vandy. Like, it's weird how the logic is only used for against us. Maybe against Vandy, we didn't want to open up our playbook because we knew we could hold Vandy to 10 points or less. Not saying that's the case, but why is the logic only one-sided? This game is just a testament to me. And here's my thing about this year in football is that I've said a lot of stuff about execution because I am a big proponent of the Jimmies and Joes and the Jimmies and Joes doing their job. I'm not sure how good of a play caller Scangarello is. I have not said Scangarello is the best OC in the history of football. I've never said Scangarello is a good play caller. I've never said any of that. All I say is that sometimes we look at the wrong thing. Just because he doesn't make the calls that you want him to make doesn't make him a bad play caller, especially when the players don't execute. So, Wes, you just called me a legend. Now you on me because here's the thing. Here's the thing. We all get enamored with skill position players. Oh my God, we got a legitimate first round draft pick of quarterback. Oh, we got these hot new receivers. Oh, we got this potentially going to break the school record running back. That's all great. And it all looks great from the eyes of a fan. But it means nothing without that O-line. It means nothing. The most important position on both sides of the ball is O-line and D-line. They won't get the credit. They won't get the press clippings. They will go unknown until they screw up. That's pretty much how the O-line and D-line goes. They will not get any credit until they screw up. And for them to screw up, it has to be obvious. And you are hamstringing your OC when you cannot protect the line of scrimmage. We have been saying this for a long time, is that from day one, anybody we play, we're going to control the trenches. We can't control the trenches this year. And that is a big-ass problem. Why is it different than Buford this game? Yeah, Buford played his ass off. He played well this game. I was very impressed with Buford. And here's the crazy part about it. I don't really. What was I doing? Oh, I was in the playoffs and we was watching film of our playoff win. Thank God we won our first playoff game in umpteen, what? I can't remember how many years, but it's kind of crazy because we went undefeated the previous 2 years, but we got double byes and we lost our quarterfinal game. Well, this year we won our second round game. So I was at the field house, our field house, and I missed all that stuff about Horsey being some issue with Horsey and Buford was going to start. I didn't even notice it until after the game, because when I was watching as a fan. So I didn't even pay attention to the numbers. So yes, he played an outstanding game. Not perfect, of course, but he played a very good game. It's kind of weird. Then I'm gonna get into this thing. Kind of weird how one thing fans say is, "Oh, why wasn't Will running earlier?" Will didn't run earlier last year either. If you remember that correctly, Will didn't start running until after the LSU game. I'm just shocked about the lack of accountability. There's no creativity in trying to help the O-line running route trees that take 10. see now, Wes. Now you got me with this one, right? Here's the thing: you can't get creative with an O-line when 5 of them suck. that's the root cause of this issue is we have underappreciated the O-line. We underappreciated the fact that Luke Fortner was a damn guard his whole career, moved to center his senior year and just balled out. He's a starting lineman for the damn Jags and is balling out. He has a real good chance of maybe getting some Pro Bowl votes. And we have taken that for granted. Eli Cox moved to center in the beginning of the year. He was not very good. And you got to be good up the middle, period, point blank. You got to be good up the middle. And he wasn't good. I'm just going to be honest. He was a great guard last year. He did not convert to center at the beginning of the year so well. So when you say the route tree that takes 10 minutes to run, here's what's crazy, right? You're right. Our route tree and play action fake is to push the ball down the field, which fans say they love. So if they can't do those routes, then some fans get pissed off when we run screens. So you're pissed off if you run routes that take time to develop off of play action, which we should have time because play action should draw the linebackers up, and then we should be able to pass over the top. So now you have that, and if you can't do that, then you go to the screen game. Oh, well, hell, why are we running all these screens? Maybe because we can't protect for the ability to push the ball down the field. So there you go with the conundrum that you put an OC in. So sometimes, especially against for example, Missouri, for example, Tennessee, for example, Georgia, since they play a lot of man, screens are very good if you can block them. We ran against Ole Miss. We had a chance. We can't fucking block them. So you put in the issue. See, this is the thing. When you are sitting at home, or you playing Madden, or you just thinking about it, your thought process is we are great at all levels. Most people don't take into account, we have some inefficiencies. For example, in 2018, we really didn't have a great wide receiver. Lynn Bowden was a damn athlete. He's a football player, not a great receiver. So the thing that saved us was we had a great O-line that gave Terry Wilson, when he was healthy, time to look down the field for Lynn Bowden to run simple route tree routes. When we had Steven Johnson, same thing. We did not have great receivers. We didn't have Wednesday. If you take out Lynn Bowden, who is having an issue in the league playing wide receiver because you got to be precise in your routes. We've had 2 wide receivers in the Stoops era that have made any hay in the NFL. Just 2. So during those times, we had good running backs. A.J. Rose got a chance in Minnesota. Benny Snell still with Pittsburgh. C-Rod's about to get drafted. So we hung our hat on the O-line. The O-line saved our ass for the last almost 6 years. Because they allowed us to fucking punch people in the mouth. Difference this year. Ole Miss game had Robinson on the press. And that's the other thing. And this is Suncat, thank you for saying that. Here's the deal. Will Levis has a slow processor. And you pair a quarterback with a slow processor to a offensive line that's leakage, is not a very good squad. And I'm going to say this again. I've said it many times. People forget, and I tweeted this a couple weeks ago. People forget about what they were saying about Liam Cohen during a stretch of that Chattanooga game, that Mississippi State game, all the way until that LSU game. People were questioning. Oh my God, they was questioning. But all fans remember the last few games. The Louisville game, the LSU game. That's what fans remember. They conveniently forget some of those games that we had trouble offensively. It's just weird. The only thing differently from this season and last season was the expectation. Last season expectation, we bringing in a quarterback from Penn State that didn't throw the ball well. He's not going to be good. We bring in a receiver from Nebraska, hometown kid, but they had him playing running back. Is he going to be really elite when he gets here? It's different. That's just how it is. My God. All right, man. I hear you, Wes. I understand your frustration. Sometimes we also got to understand why things happen the way they happen. And I'm going to just say this, then I get into the film. We all blaming Scangarello, right? But no one is blaming the coaching staff for recruiting shitty-ass O-linemen for the last couple of years. No one is complaining about the shitty-ass O-linemen that we have been recruiting. We had to get Darren Rosenthal from LSU to make last year offensive line okay. Because can you imagine Jeremy Flax at left tackle last year? We had to move Fortner to center because Quentin Wilson just hasn't cut it. Why has he not cut it? He's been here long enough. He should be the starting center. Now it moved Eli Cox to center because we ain't got a center. He is a damn good guard. It's kind of weird how we are blaming a guy who just got here, but we ain't blaming no one else for the shitty-ass recruiting class that we had before that. See, that's West. Did I say he was better than Liam? See, now you put words in my mouth. All I'm saying is this. Liam Cohen came into a really good situation. The great thing about Liam, in my opinion, is that he was able to bring in Will Levis and Wan'Dale Robinson. Without him, we don't get those two guys. And if Liam is at Kentucky without Will Levis and Wan'Dale Robinson, you will be calling him something else too. The only thing that he came into when he got here was a great fucking offensive line. You can build around a great offensive line. And that saved his ass. Because I hearken you to go back and look at those games before LSU and remember how everyone felt prior to that. Just remember that. Remember how everybody felt prior to the LSU game. There were some real bumps in the road. So now you're going to allow him to have bumps in the road, but not Scangarello. Like I said, I'm not saying Scangarello is the best offensive play call. All I'm saying is there are some fucking issues within that offense that's bigger than him. All right. we're going to. Whew, this was just crazy how this game started. I understand why they call it, but damn, that's some bullshit. For us to have to start on the 4-yard line against this team. If only we had look, I will say this. If we had last year O-line, we don't lose to South Carolina and we don't lose to Ole Miss. I put it just, we don't lose those 2 games. For damn sure. I will die on that hill. Like I said, I'm not saying Gangarello would have put up 50 points a game. Not saying that. But if we had last year O-line, this season would be a little bit different. We took for granted. Even I did. I thought, oh, we got Manning from Auburn. Then you look at Manning didn't even start last year. Then we moved Cox to center. Oh, Cox was a midseason All-American at guard last year. Fortner moved to damn center last year from guard. He's going to be just as good as Fortner because he was a better guard than Fortner was a guard. It didn't quite work out. Well, moving Flax from left to right tackle would be a little bit safer. He should perform well at right. It just ain't happening. Oh, well, we're going to give Yager a chance. He's still young. Hasn't happened. Not only that, then we fucking started rotating linemen. Guys was getting hurt. It just ain't happening. See, here, Suncat, here's Suncat makes a great statement. Here's what's crazy for me is that it would be better if the O-line sucked on all the plays. If they was just horrible on every play, then I would say the coaching sucks. Right? Because if y'all just suck, y'all are efficient at sucking, then I'll be like, okay, the O-line coach ain't doing shit. But the funny part about it is we pin and pull our ass off. We are very good at that. We are good at certain things. We block the hell out of some defensive fronts sometimes. A lot of other times we don't. So it's kind of interesting that you can have the right technique, you can have the right execution, but you can't do it all the time. That is a problem of players. And here's the thing. A coach can't draw up every fucking way that they're going to attack you. Defense, the other guy on the other side of the field is paid too. He's going to do stuff differently every week. And I can't, as an OC, call up and scheme everything that they're going to run. You got to be a football player. We obviously don't have a lot of football players on the O-line right now because their technique sometimes is just not good. Like Suncat said, it's kind of weird that Yenser inherited 4 to 5 year players that don't know how to, at minimum, idea Mike Backer. Both Jackson and Koch each said that this in the press about, oh, I didn't hear that. See, I don't read the presses. Drake Jackson and Eli said that they are having problems IDing a middle blocker. That's interesting. We had last year line, then we could have Brad had to run and keep that too. Line played better. Well, reason why they played better against Georgia is it's kind of weird to say this. Georgia really doesn't have that many sacks this year. I'd be willing to bet that Liam could take this team with D Wade. When you put D Wade, I went straight to basketball. I understand where I understand. I would. It's just too bad we can't bet this, but I would bet you a lot of money that would not be true. Because if I look at last year's total in the SEC, and I like this. Wes, I love you, man. I love the banter, even though we haven't even started a damn thing. I like this. Talking football. Let me find Kentucky's football season last year. And I'm going to throw some numbers out at you. Oops. Because I would greatly disagree with. That's not the freshman way. That's why they're still good at pin and pull inside zone. That's what Cohen did last year, kept the old schema at. Look, Suncat, that's the only thing they could do, though. They couldn't even gap scheme or inside zone this year even. And inside zone has been our bread and butter for shit. How much inside zone did Eddie run? A shit ton of it. And that's the funny thing about people say, "Oh, why are we running the same play?" It's not the same play. It's not a play. It's a set. Like in basketball, it's a set. That running back can run anywhere he wants to. It's not a gap scheme where we run in an A gap or B gap. No, it is a scheme that allows the running back to pick the hole. It's not predetermined. So here we go. Missouri, we scored 35. Chattanooga, we scored 28. One of those was a end of the game touchdown return by Ty. South Carolina, we scored 16. Florida, we scored 20. Then we scored 42 against LSU. Then we scored 17 against Mississippi State. So there were some issues. That 28 against Chattanooga was similar to the Miami of Ohio game this year. That 16 against South Carolina was similar to the Ole Miss game of last year. So it's kind of weird that we conveniently forget those games. Conveniently. Now let's see what we do these last two games, or this last game against Louisville, and that will say something. We also put that New Mexico State game towards the end. It's just interesting. I get, see, what happened with all this is the expectations at the beginning of the season when you bring it back a star quarterback, you bring it back a running back who happened to miss the first fucking 4 games of the season. Last year didn't have that issue. You missed the first 4 games of the season, which don't allow you to get in a rhythm against inferior competition. And then the wheels fall off because the O-line is just horrible. So, down the 4-yard line, this is a bitch to start your game off of. And we just can't get to this linebacker. We just can't get to that linebacker. And it's hard because you pulling that backside guard. He's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. And that's just shit. So now we 2nd and 10. Now, I honestly think that C-Rod should have pressed this hole more and try to get through there. But I understand why he went backside. There ain't going to be big holes in this conference. I think with him being engaged, I think he needs to hit that hole hard. And the thing about C-Rod, I agree, Suncat. He hasn't seen it a lot this year. And that's, you know what? That's weird. It's like C-Rod can't do no wrong because he's done so much for us that we tend to negate that his vision isn't the greatest. Because this play, and this is the thing about it, this play can go anywhere. It can go front side here. He can bounce it to there, or he can go play side. It's up or backside. It's up to him. But him with this guy one arm, I believe he can blow through that. Because we got this seal and we got a handle on him. He can't go back to the other side. There's just nothing there. But there's a sliver of daylight right there. But It is what it is. Now this play shocked the hell out of me. But the only reason we're able to run this, and this is a little thing, people wonder why we put a running back all the way out there and then just motion him back to the backfield, because it can dictate what the coverage is. They are playing man under. Once we motion him back and that linebacker goes in the box, we know that he has C-Rod, which means they're probably playing some type of man. Okay? So now, with that means you got 101s on the outside and you got 2 high safeties. So it's 2 man under. And Ringo does a horrible job of playing press tech. He never gets his hands on Barry Brown. Barry Brown just has a little bit too much speed, and this is a dime. He has to throw it on the outside shoulder to have a chance, because if he throws it here, Ringo gets that. But because he threw it back shoulder, Ringo can't. See, if he throws it a normal throw and he throws it right in that breadbasket there, Ringo is in his hip pocket. At worst, he breaks that pass up at worst. But when he throws on the backside, that's the only way we get a chance. In football, this is 100% true. A great throw beats great defense 100% of the time. A great throw beats great defense 100% of the time. The key thing is it's got to always be a great throw, though. If it's not a great throw, defense is going to win it the rest of the time. But when it's a great throw, there's nothing Ringo could have done. Now, what he could have done is right here is he could have pressed. He could have gotten to Varian's chest and pressed his ass to the sideline. But he didn't, because Ringo thinks he can just run with him. If he would have pressed him to the sideline, that's the only shot he had. But that is a great dime. That's a 30-plus yard, 40-yard throw. Couldn't have put it anywhere else. You put it anywhere else, it's unsuccessful. See, this is hard for me, because when this play happened, this is normal. Because I'm just thinking Will can't run, like he's been not running the whole season. But once he started to run, this is an easy pull. That guy crashed. Will, now I know it's not a call pull. This is a call zone, not a zone read. But the quarterback usually have the discretion to pull it if he wants. That is an easy pull, right? I'm thinking the wrong play. I should have known this because I cut this up. This is when this is a counter actually. This is what I mean when I say that it's not totally on the coaching on the O-line, because you can't block this counter any better. You just can't. You cannot. You watch. We got hat, combo up to linebacker, hat. We're going to get to that linebacker. We're going to pull and kick out. You can't run this better. Just watch in slow motion. Look at the perfection of every block. Look at the technique. They're actually pushing, creating a new line of scrimmage. Anybody could have ran through this hole. Anybody. Just watch. Look at Manning. Watch that damn defensive tackle cross the formation. And when I mean man, this is Manning. Watch him watch that guy across the formation. Right? Across the formation. Look at Cox get to a athletic linebacker and stay on him. Flax gets to an athletic linebacker and stays on him, and Dingle comes and kicks that damn outside linebacker out. Look at that. Dude, that is O-line porn. That you can't do that any better. You can't draw it up any better. You can't put a pencil to the whiteboard and draw it up any better. And you can't execute it any better than they executed this right here. C-Rod doesn't get touched until he's like 7 yards down the field. So the question is, why can't they do this more consistently? It won't happen all the time because those guys in the white jersey are on scholarship too. But why can't we do that more consistent? Dude, that's perfection. We have not done well on this fullback dive with C-Rod, really, but once or twice. But this is what I want y'all to understand. (2021) 36 in total offense. 20. Here's the deal, Wes. What's the difference between 107 and like 60? It's like because it's probably like 3 fucking yards. So if you want to just, if you think that this team is not hampered by this O-line, then I can't. That's all I can say. Wes, right. That's what I'm saying. So like, it's hard. Now here's something, and we're not gonna be very good. We're not very good at this year either. The only stat that matters to me in football is scoring. It's only that. I don't give a damn how many yards we rack up. I don't give a damn how many yards we give up. My thing is, what's our scoring defense and what's our scoring offense? And I know our scoring offense isn't very good this year. But those are the numbers that I look at. And when you look at those numbers, though, you got the difference between probably like 30 spots is probably like a point and a half. So it's just kind of weird how that runs out. There are a lot of bad offense. There are a lot of good offense, but there are a lot of bad offense. Next thing you got to also look at when you look at those stats, that's why I'm not a big stat guy. You got to also look at the damn conference they play in. Damn, Big 12 and Pac 12 are just poor as ass defense. Their offense is going to fucking rack up a lot of damn points. It's better for the end zone. Do I think I don't, if with Louisville with a bag of quarterback, with Louisville still not having the greatest defensive line, Louisville is boom or bust. What they did this year is they decided we don't have the girth up front. We just gonna fucking just be aggressive downhill. This is a game where C-Rod should get close to 200 yards rushing. We pound their ass just like we've been doing in the past, and then after we body blow, then we fucking kill them with the pass. I just don't see our defense giving up points. Now, I said that shit before the damn Vandy game, and we gave up 24 points. So, I'm not sure. But I would, with it being at home, and with the way they came out and played against Georgia, this is a rivalry game. I see the defense locking down Louisville, and we should put up enough points to win this game. If we don't put up 20, I think that's a problem. If we give up more than 13, that's a problem too. What do you think about Stoops' extension? How can you not give that guy what he's worth. I think people think that what he did here is easy. It's not. When I've shared this once before, is when you go, for example, and it's kind of crazy how this works. If you look at Kentucky's high school rankings, I think Kentucky has 13 players that are ranked. And I think only one of those guys are 4-star in the state. If you look at my home state, Louisiana, I think we got 27 guys ranked, but 22 of them MFers are 4-stars. It's just the level of talent within the state, which means a coach that comes to Kentucky better have a pipeline somewhere. Because that means he's going to have to go outside the state consistently and build his team. And that's very difficult to do. Now, people are not going to like the way that this program has been built because we got a defensive-minded coach. But how many of y'all MFers would have thought we would win 10 games in 2018 and 2021? In your thoughts of UK history. For us, we're going to have ebbs and flow. It's just going to happen. If we get out of this thing and we go 8-5, right? There are a lot of people this year who before the season fucking started, besides myself, said, "Oh, we're gonna win 8 games." So it's kind of weird that now those same people are a little bit upset when you thought from jump we was gonna lose to Ole Miss, we was gonna lose to Tennessee, we was gonna lose to Georgia, and we was gonna lose to somebody else. So what happened is, and it's rightfully so, we got caught up in the hype. And honestly, the hype was warranted. I don't think anybody thought this O-line would be this bad. I think when we got Manning and me myself thought if Fortner could move from guard to center, I know Eli Cox can. And we took that for granted. As well as having a damn third OC in 3 years. And that's the hard part about, for me, is that if you fire another coach, it'll be the 4th OC in 4 years and the 4th O-line coach in 4 years. And people complain about complexity and new system and all this stuff. You're going to give these guys another system to learn with another coach. That's very difficult. Can it be done? You better bring in a guy who's very simple. I don't know if Coach Stoops is down for hiring a Josh Heupel-ish coach who's gonna try to tempo and push the ball. I know fans will like that because they love tempo, but your defense not gonna love it because they're gonna be on the field a lot. And Coach Stoops is not going to be willing to give up points. He's just not. That's defensive coach philosophy is they don't score, they can't win. So we're going to play complementary football. We're going to pound your ass, control the clock, control the possessions, and we're going to win that way. People not gonna like that because they just saw. And here's my greatest saying I love is comparison is a thief of joy. Tennessee's putting up 50 points now. All fans who hate Tennessee, well, if they can do it, why can't we do it? There's different styles of winning. You don't have to win that way. So. Will Coach Stoops make a change and make this his 4th OC in 4 years? You're going to give a guy who came in here, was it during spring? You're going to bring in a guy and the one thing Liam had is Liam coached in college before. Brian Hartline at OSU, bring his brother Mike back from Auburn as Vincent Hartline, some scary shit. I mean, has Brian ever called plays? I mean, Brian is a great recruiter. I mean, I'm I'm down for forever, for whatever. It's just to be your fourth OC in 4 years. Uh, Dan Mullen to Lexington. Isn't that kind of crazy how people in Lexington used to down Dan Mullen and now they want the guy here? That's kind of ironic to me. Recruit has been better than the historical norm, but it's small stuff that bites this coach every year. Clock management, special teams, and inconsistency. It is. It is. I'm gonna say this. Um, Clock management is so easy for people to complain about because you're at home. Um, when you're on the field, that's a lot of shit that goes on. Uh, and the reason I say that is because prior to coaching, I would say the same shit. Then we in a game, there's a lot of shit going on. But you're right. Clock management sometimes, but clock management bites Nick Saban in the ass a lot too. Special teams, man. Here's the hard thing about special teams, right? If our special teams were solely on blocking assignments, solely on a return assignments, then I'll say whatever. But when you can't get a damn long snapper, and here's the thing, there's one thing in this sport there's not a lot of. You just can't call another guy on the team to be your long snapper. I mean, you got a quarterback that's doing poorly. Oh, well, we got three of those left. You got a linebacker that's doing poor. Oh, we got some backup linebackers. You don't have a backup long snapper. Typically, you just don't. It's kind of crazy, right? Because there's not a lot of good long snappers in football, period. This is my first year coaching high school. I'm telling you, there's some bad fucking long snappers. So that's crazy. It's kind of crazy how the beginning of the year our kickoff return team was doing great. No one complained about that. Inconsistency. This is a young ass team. I don't think people understand how young this team is. This is a young ass team. You're gonna have those, and some of it's young by age, and some of it's young by playing time. I'm not sure what you can do when players make the wrong read whiff on the block. What to say? Here's the crazy part about it. I think Suncat brought up earlier and I brought up earlier, is that it's hard, man, when you're on game day and your players don't perform and don't execute. It's just hard. What can you do? We only down him because we had to play against him. I've heard Daniel is great at making the best of. I've heard some other things, all work entertainment. I've heard he sucks. Someone else say he hates recruiting, which he absolutely does. It doesn't matter who the OC is if they have to teach basic football stuff to the entire offense. Preach it. You have to be able to attack a defense all four areas. Preach it. The previous offensive staff needs to carry the blame for a lot of this. Preach it. And look, if you have missed a lot, on players before the current staff comes here, and fans don't realize it until the new staff comes, it's kind of unfortunate. Dan Key was long enough for 4 years in high school, never had one mistake. I don't think the coaches are comfortable putting Dan Key as a long snapper. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm sure he did in high school, but I'm gonna say this: there's a difference in high school long snap and college long snap. The operation time is a lot different. I'm sure he can get it back there, but can he get it back there fast enough? But even if he could, I don't think they're going to put Dane Key as our starting long snapper. Look, here's the crazy thing about all this shit. It's like fans feel like every coach needs to be a drop dead recruiter. You do need some teachers on this staff. You know who's not a very good coach is Ed Orgeron. But he's a fucking home run recruiter. No doubt about it. So if Vince Big Dog is supposed to be the knockdown recruiter, you need to balance that out with some down guys who can down teach the down sport of football. You can't have every guy on the staff being great recruiters unless they are great recruiters and great teachers. I mean, Mark Stoops needs to get into that down recruiting too. He needs to be a knockdown recruiter too. He needs to be able to pull his weight too in that recruiting if one of these guys can't recruit as well. But we look at recruiting as like shit. Like all these guys can't be recruiters. Just because your area doesn't bring in, if you get put in a bad area, I mean, you're not going to bring in recruits, right? Because you're in a bad area. You might bring in one really good recruit every 3 years, but you're damn in an area that only gets out 5 recruits every 2 years. So you also got to look at that. And some of this shit with recruiting is a little bit, because it's like, I remember a couple times where such and such is recruiting this guy and put in all the damn work, but then Big Dog comes at the last minute and seals the deal. So are you going to give all the credit to Big Dog? Because someone had to start that relationship. And he just closed it. So you're going to give all the credit to the closer and not any to the guy who built that relationship? That's all I'm saying. You need more than just top-notch recruiters. You need some people who can fucking teach the game. I will never admit Tim Tebow being a great college quarterback. I would admit that he's a great football player. Stoops is 32-50 in the SEC. All right, Big Cheese. You get it with that, right? What is Stoops' SEC record the last 5 years? See, because you can go back to when he started when what? He was 2-10, right? The only coach in UK history to win 2 10 10-win seasons. In the last 5 years, if you omit COVID, right? 10, wasn't it 8 or 9 with Lynn Bowden? Then he had the COVID. Then he went on 10. Then he's got a chance of winning 8 for a program. For a program that prior to this never had in any coach. I don't think any coach in recent history has gone 500 or better in the SEC. So, yes, you can pull up that stat. You can, and it's totally true. What are the last 4 to 5 years of the SEC? Because he started off with the Cobras Bear, and he was beat up. But I know he went 5-3 last year, right? So it's kind of interesting how people bring up the past conveniently. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: these players don't give a damn about what happened in 2020 and 2012 or 20. When did Stoops come here? 2013, 2012. These players don't give a damn. So, no. But we just started paying coaches. You want to be honest about it? This coaches thing has been recent. So Uh, Also, I think the play call those receivers were talking about was a quarterback and not this level. The quarterback is their play. Yeah, in a way. Now, dude, we are listen. Just check this out. But I don't like saying this because the shit didn't happen, right? We are a legal procedure away from beating Ole Miss. A legal procedure. We are a Will Levis injury away from beating South Carolina. I'm not gonna give us that Vandy game because they fucking beat us. They fucking beat us. But you give me that Ole Miss and USC game, now we're 5-3 in SEC. Now, if we play like we're supposed to defensively against Vandy, then we're 6-2. We lose to Tennessee and we lose to Georgia. No doubt about it. Oh, you're right, Craig B. You're right. You're definitely right. Hands to the face, you win that one too. You're right. So, I don't know, man. But that's just it. We are, but fucking, and Missouri can say the same thing. And Missouri lost some close. They lost a close game to us. They lost a close game to Georgia. They lost a close game to Auburn that they could have won. So I guess there are more teams than us. But I was down the hill that we should be, as Craig B said, I think. Who said that? We should be 5-3. All Works Entertainment said 5-3. I agree. We should be at worst 5-3. At worst. But that's how the shit goes sometimes. If I can find my mouse. Oh, let's go to the end zone cut. Give me 1 second, guys and girls. I think I lost my mouse. Let me get this thing back running. Talking too much. I think my system went kaput. But this is, you can see this play in the route Caddis gets that linebacker on. This is perfection. He gets him on a choice route. Middle field's wide open because they're playing man. You can't scheme that up any better. Simple read. Will is decisive. And we make this. This is what I mean by when you catch a team that's doing something that can allow you to be successful. And with Georgia playing so much man, that leaves a lot of one-on-ones. And with those one-on-ones, it gives you a chance to win. And that's exactly what happened. That's a one-on-one with a linebacker and a tight end, and we won. Simple as that. Then we hit him with the toss, and now things are rolling. Things are rolling. Now you allow Scangarello to get in a rhythm. He's in a rhythm right now because he's getting first downs. And not only is he getting first downs, he's staying ahead of the chain. Look at this. This is perfection. We got a good seal by Dingle. There's no one else out there. This is contained. There's no one out there. Ball game. There's nothing like getting more than 5 yards on first down. Nothing. We gotta make this layup. This is one we gotta make. We gotta make this one. This is a wide open receiver. And this is just poor mechanics by Will. Feet are too spread out. That's what arm arrogance does to you. You think you can make all the throws. But that's one that we needed. You can see it. I think he wanted Dingle, but he's covered well. But this is a layup. That's a layup. Gotta get that one. Then we'll be at the 20. Now here's the crazy part, right? I hear people all the time, if we're in 3rd and 1, we should definitely give the ball to C-Rod. Well, we're in 4th and 1. We give the ball to C-Rod, and we don't make it. This is just a simple case of a little slant. Burton is auto riskees. He gets beat. If this guy is eliminated, we get the first down. That guy's eliminated, we get the first down. So a lot of them in football, I say this all the time, is one guy misses, it screws up the play. And it's really that simple. All it takes is one screw up, and it can mess up a pretty nice play. And all we did here is we missed one block. One block. And that is dead with the one block. But it happens. So now our offense marched that far down the field and got nothing out of it. Nothing. We are really starting to get something out of Rodgers, and Dion is really starting to get his conditioning down. I can't wait to see those two guys next year. See how Rodgers fired off the ball? He did not do this a few games ago. He just didn't. Attention to detail, understanding the game. That is a great job by him. They do a decent job blocking, good tackle. I love it. But all linebackers, and you can't flow too quickly because then they will see it and they'll start running something back this way. So they just got us. They do a good job of executing the blocks. Get them down. Live to see another down. Sometimes our young linebackers get caught. Like, this is a great job by Wallace. Sometimes with him being a little light, if one of these linemen get out on him, he's in trouble. But he's so athletic, he can get by with having average technique. We got to get out there. Got to get out there. Got to get out there. Got to make that tackle. 3rd and 1 is hard. Big guy, you watch many times. Big guy, if this guy's gonna block the field, you got a field replace and you gotta come now. This is not a bad job by Key. Let's make the tackle. We're good. You gotta win on 1st and 2nd down. If you don't win on 1st and 2nd down, you don't have the right to stop a 3rd-and-1. This is close. This is good depth by Derek. He's got to get even more depth because they got this on us. Better throw. That's a touchdown. The problem I have with this is, are we man? Because we are definitely doubling Bauer. I said Bauer. We're definitely doubling Bauer. So he might be man. So Derek's got to do a great job of getting over the top. He just doesn't quite get there. He's not a little, he's a lot behind. I'm sorry, I missed some of these. Trying to get the where right USC. All right. I got any given. Rather look like a two. Rather look. This is the thing. When you have success, it breeds confidence, and that's all that happened to South Carolina, and they were at home. I mean, you think about it. Tennessee beat Alabama at home. They beat us at home. They beat LSU when LSU wasn't LSU at LSU. They got on the road in a tough slot, and South Carolina beat them. Yeah, Buford played great at left tackle. I know they played real vanilla ball. O-line played well. See, that bothers me, Scott. What do you mean by they play vanilla? Because if you look at Georgia defense all year, they have not really done well as far as defensively, as far as creating havoc. They just haven't. So I don't like that. Well, we do well again. They didn't. No. We play better against them because their scheme or their ability to put pressure on a quarterback isn't very high this year. And that's not just against us, that's against the whole SEC. The Burden, yeah. He gets out over his skis a lot. Mr. Benny, don't bring that up all work. No, you don't. Well, you might, but most people don't. They damn hate the Wildcat when it's not successful. When it's successful, they love it. Create the same line struggle so much again. So here's the deal. Here's the other difference. Vandy played more zone. Georgia played more man. And when you play man and you're not able to get pressure, it puts a lot of stress on the corners. And that's really the difference between Georgia and Vandy. Vandy played zone, and it forced our young receivers to try to find windows, which they're probably not as comfortable doing right now. And that's the difference. Lovett didn't play his best game, though. I think Childress played a better game than he did. But Lovett has played some unbelievable games this season. So my benchmark for him is way high. He missed a lot of tackles this game. Our inside linebackers, one of them is a little light in the ass. Derek Jackson and Thor, when he got in when Wallace got hurt, are not light in the ass. But Trevor Wallace is a little light in the ass. Yeah, Childress was good, man. For sure. But the thing about it with Wallace is you're going to give up some of that girth for his big playability. On this play, where's our contain? Who has contain? And I know it's not Wallace. Or it probably is Wallace. So Wallace got, this is the thing about football. You got to do your job. No, Weaver and Wright are not lighting ass. Well, they're not 280, but you can't play outside linebacker and be 280. I don't know what the official weight for Weaver and Wright, but I bet you it's over 230. Now you got me interested. What are their weight? Let me see if I can find Kentucky football roster. I would think they're 250, 240. Let's do it by name. What is 15 and 13? JJ Weaver is 242. Jordan Wright is 231. Yeah, that's not bad. You can't be too heavy and have to play out in space. I bet you what was Josh Allen weight? 250 maybe? But Josh Allen had his hand in the ground the majority of the time. Gotta make. This is, as a former corner, don't like this. You gotta get your nose dirty. There's nobody over here but this tight end. When he goes across and he blocks, you gotta look in his backfield and find a fit. Find a fit. Just can't fucking sit back there. He's blocking. Get your ass up in here and be the extra defender because they can't block you. But when you wait, not good. No, there's no force. The force is right. Your contained guy's right here. He stayed outside. So as a corner, your fit is inside. Just like his fit is inside, your fit is inside. When you have contained, there's no reason to stay outside. He should be getting right here. You see, and the thing about it, you don't have a natural fit. You got to find it. He should be right there. That's the noticeable open gap. He should be coming right here, right now. Because he's out there just standing still, right? Right here. He should be right here standing. Then when it doesn't go in this gap, then he can fold under. He is so far outside that he can't play football. If he's sitting right here, he can get there. Now, the running back's still going to get 2 to 3 yards, but not 6 to 7. That's a great fucking play by Love it. That's Melvin Johnson-esque. And he made the tackle. See, this is why. Yeah, well. See, that 6'4", 230 is a little big. I see what you're saying, Elliot. You might be right. See, safeties now are really smaller because with the way teams stretch y'all horizontally, a 6'4", 230 is not common as a free safety. That's common back in the day when the DBs get in the run game. These guys in the white are not. He's not taken as somebody in a numbers game. When you come like that, you are going to be unblocked. Now the great thing about it, you got to read pass or run, because what they're going to do, they start play action, just dink it over the top of you. This is unbelievable coverage. See, this is why I'm a proponent of zone coverage. All eyes on the quarterback. As long as everybody does their job, right? This is the biggest one. He doesn't just keep washing across. Watch when he stops. He stopped right for that pass. He might have wanted to try to thread that in, but now he's got to throw it over his head, which gives Childress enough time to break on the ball. If he's not there, he's probably able to zip that thing on the line, right? Now, here's the thing. When he stops in his zone, he also eliminates that. If he keeps drifting, he got that. But he plays it perfectly. Now, the other thing is your boy Jordan Wright is over here playing. I know you can't see it now, but number 0 ran in the flat, and then he turned it. See how you see he turning up? So, great thing about him is he didn't come in and try to hug that too early, creating another window for this as this guy keeps drifting across. This is perfection defense. Perfection. You can't play zone defense any better. But the thing about it is all eyes on the quarterback. Look at it. Look at eyes. Look at helmet on the quarterback. On the quarterback. Looking at the quarterback. Looking at the quarterback. Looking at the quarterback. That is so key with eye discipline. And that's huge, man. That you can't play that any better. And then they're going to come back and play a little matchup zone. Jordan Wright cannot keep his out. He's got to keep outside leverage. Let him get even with you. Then you can fold back. He folded back too soon with the quarterback still over top. Now he can bounce out. That's never good for a defense. But we locked in so well. He had nowhere to go. Look at it. Where is it? There's nowhere to go. Nothing. Nothing. Great defense. Hold them to a field goal. Now this is our second drive, right? Great start of drive. It's just weird how we just lump plays together and don't take each play for what it is. That is a first down pass, right? That's a first down pass. You can't pass every time on first down, but we did pretty damn well. You want to stay ahead of the chain. This is when he is decisive with that rocket on his shoulder. He's just got to know I can get it there and just trust it and just put it on him. Simple read. He's reading this guy. If he crashes it, he's got, I think that's Cummings on an arrow route. If he sits, then Dane Key's got to sit in the void in this big ass window, and Will's got to trust it. It's really that simple. Now, I would like for him to have thrown it right there. See, he's a beat late. I would like him to throw it when that back foot right there, ball in the air. Then it would have been on him a little sooner. But that linebacker would never get there. This is horse shit. Caddis does not know what the hell he's doing. I don't think he knows a play. He doesn't know his assignment. It's kind of weird that he initiates coming out here, but then he just lets him go. So, if you don't like the screen, that's fine. But how does he let that guy go? He's in his face. What else you going to do? Now, here's the deal. If he blocks him, right, we at least get 2 yards. Look up top. They have numbers. I honestly think, Suncat, that they were trying to give Baron Brown as many touches as possible. Why wouldn't you go up top? I'm just trying to think. Honestly, Suncat, I actually like the bottom more. Here's the reason why I like the bottom. Because you got one guy. He's one-on-one. I like if we get this, then just got this one guy. I hope Baron Brown can do something and get by him. So I honestly, you saying Caddis study called timeout? This corner's not trying to call timeout. If he blocks him with this guy 10 yards deep, I like my chance with him, because what we did, we just ran him off. So he's gone. Look at that. If he blocks him right here, we got that much space between those two. I like my chances there. Oh yeah, see, Suncat. That's what people understand. You know what kills me with passing plays? How fans say, why are we throwing it short of the chain? That's not the only route. They have other routes. If the other routes were open, we would pass it ahead of the chains. But as a defense, you also know where the chains are too, and you're going to drop to the chains. So yes, there's definitely this is, as Suncat even said earlier, and it's so true, that the quarterback is a play caller. When I was quarterback in high school, the coach would tell us it was simple. 1 high, 2 high safeties, pick your side. Pick your side that you like better. What numbers are more advantageous to us on one side? So on this side, to me, they have 3-on-3 with this fourth guy. On this guy, we got 2-on-2 with a shorter throw. That is a case of fucking guy short circuiting. Dude, why didn't you block him? That makes no sense. 0. Now we put ourselves in 3rd and 11. And I will never understand the line blocking. It's just weird. We can't fucking get a twist. We can't block a twist to save our life. Oh, that's a play we got hands in the face. If Will does this next week, about 5 to 7 times, this guy crashes down on the zone read. He actually is reading and then pulling it. I think we can get some. That's how you stay ahead of the chain. That's just C-Rod being C-Rod. How do we not get to this linebacker, and how do we get out? We get whipped right here. You just got whipped. But here's the difference. This is what I want people to understand. All right. You don't like it, and I get it. But as a guy who played defense, if an offense gets to 3rd and 6 or less, it can be problematic, because then the offense has pass or run at that's available. When you get them in 3rd and 8 or longer, they pretty much got to pass it. 3rd and 7 still is kind of wishy-washy, but you think they're going to pass it. 3rd and 6 is that real gray area. Real gray area. 3rd and 5, they definitely can do either or. So here's the thought process I want people to understand with our O-line this year. If you pass on 1st down, and as we just saw a minute ago, and you give up a sack, now you're down 2nd and 15. We can't go out. If they get a sack on 1st and 10, they damn sure gonna get a probably sack on 2nd and 15. So now you put yourself in a bad situation. Now if you run it and get 3 yards, now you're 3rd and 12. That 3rd and 10 or longer defense is just salivating. And the reason why is because a linebacker, they already line up 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. They can drop to 12 yards and make you pass the ball underneath them. And then you can't pass it at 10 because that can possibly be a pass breakup. So you're gonna have to pass about 6 or 7 and hope that your dude can outdo them. That's hard to do on a consistent basis. So even if you get 2 yards on 1st down and 2 or 3 yards on 3rd down, that's a win. That's a win. So you get yourself into 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 consistently, you're winning. Fans don't understand 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 6 is a good position to be in. So it's when you have this O-line and everybody wants to pass on 1st down, okay, pass on 1st down. Then don't fucking complete it. Now you're in 2nd and 10. That's not good either. Now, what you gonna do? Try to run and get 2 yards? Let's say you get 2 yards. Now you're in 2nd and fucking 8. That's a problem. I mean, you're 3rd and 8. That's a problem. Use the defense to have some base personnel package out on 3rd and medium. Exactly. If you 3rd and, I'm going to say 3rd and under 6, you're going to stay in your regular personnel because you have no idea. When you're 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8 or more, like Sun Cat said, I'm probably going to go nickel. But 3rd and 7, I might go nickel. But the thing about when you go nickel, you got a guy who's lighting the ass at that linebacker. You just run at his ass. You can separate him from the box. You can put trips to his area. You can put doubles and spread his ass out. And now you got distance to him. And if he's lighting the ass, you can probably block him with a down A receiver and then pull a lineman and wrap on one of those damn linebackers. And now you're in trouble. So 3rd and 6 is not a bad situation to be in. Just want people to understand that. 3rd and 6 is not bad. So just because you get 2 yards and 2 yards, that's actually fucking good. You don't want to be 2nd and 10. You do not want to be 2nd and 10. I'd rather be 2nd and 9 than 2nd and 10. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a huge difference. When I just said on 3rd and 6, I probably got to play my base personnel. On 3rd and 7, I can probably play nickel. That's only a yard difference. But it's a big ass difference. That's the difference between 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 5. That's only 2 yards, but that's a big ass difference for a defense. If he does this, if Will Levis does this next week, I feel real good. And this is decisive. And this is not a call run. The reason why I know it's not a call run, because Jatan doesn't block that linebacker. If it's a call run, Jatan will hit and block that guy. Will right now says, I don't like what I'm seeing. Although I do like this, but he's reading in the interior to me. And he's like, fuck it. There, man, I think I can get 7. And I'm 100% comfortable with that. Because I'd rather him try to get that 7 than have an incompletion on either a bad pass or a receiver dropping it. See, so we can't get it. Remember what happened with this? This was the offsides. We can't get into 2nd and 15. Now we get 3 yards. Now we're 2nd and 12, which we should be 2nd and 7. Makes a difference. Now it'll be 3rd and 7. Now Georgia sitting back. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this is a bad pass. I think this is great defense. He gets under this to perfection. Now, the only thing about it that bothers me a little bit is that you know that Georgia's playing man under. It's not playing too deep. But shit happens. I would have personally, now this is easy to say this because, you know, the interception happened. But this guy's their best corner. Why not attack him? Especially with it being in the middle field. If the ball was on this hash, then I might understand it. But why not go at the other corner? That's just me, though. You can't blame him for going to Barry Brown. Barry Brown's having a great game, but I like to go at the other corner. I like to go at the weaker corner. Think he had a man on the far side. See, and that's why I don't like to say this, because he didn't read that side. He went straight to Barry Brown's side from jump. So now, pre-snap, if you want to say I'm saying pre-snap, he should have went to the other side. But he went pre-snap, he was coming here. I don't know what he saw that he liked that, but what he's doing now is just trying to dick the safety. He's trying to get that safety to influence probably more to him, and he's going to come back to it. But great coverage, though. I understand. I like the other side better, and I don't like the other side better because of numbers. I like the other side better because Ringo isn't on the other side. That's really what I see. Yeah, he did. But it's just hard when you pick your side, because I'm gonna just say there ain't no fucking quarterback reading the whole field. It ain't happening. He's reading one side of the field, and then he might come back, but he liked what he saw with Barron Brown on Ringo. Now, Barron Brown did beat him earlier. It was the BB show to prevent him from transferring to OC. All work. I can't doubt you on that. I will hope that's not the case, but I can't say it wasn't the case. Justin Rogers is starting to slowly become a force. Still not there for my liking, and I base my liking on the fact that he was a damn 5-star. 5-star player is supposed to be immediate influence. He started beating his center up in this game, and they had to start doubling him. That's a great-ass play by the nose tackle. This is a fuck-up by a youngster. And this is simple defense. This is simple. When you bring a corner on a blitz, the safety takes that guy, linebacker as running back. It's everybody. Why his eyes go back on quarterback when he knows it's a corner blitz? Now, unless he thought we check out a corner blitz, but that's on Trevin Wallace. He's got to know his assignment. Alignment assignment. Oh, wait. They run a screen too? Wow. They run screens too. Other teams run screens. You know who run a lot of screens too? Damn Tennessee, but no one says why are we running screens. Come on, Valentine. Hey, we gotta come up here wanting that smoke. We gotta want that smoke. With all the shit that you talk, we gotta want that smoke. Jordan Wright can't stop. Here's a little known fact. Okay. Is when a quarterback rolls, everybody's zone kicks out. So Jordan Wright should be buzzing the flat. He should not stop on a hook because guess who's coming? He's coming for the hook. I mean, for the curl. Keep buzzing. Live to see another down. See right here? Keep buzzing. He's coming. Keep buzzing. Because there's no curl. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe he's gonna pull up, but we got no curl. This is good defense. Buzz the flat. Buzz the flat. As a quarterback rolls, your responsibility moves. Now here's the great part about it. This defense is first and goal again on the 9-yard line. It doesn't seem like a lot, but as a corner, when I play corner, when this guy comes down like he does, it declares this crack real easy. And when it declares, that means I know I have to replace him. So the way the speed that Jordan Wright comes, this happens quicker. Now that allows me to get outside and stop this. This tackle is by Valentine, but that's totally Jordan Wright's. He gave up his body for that tackle. He will deserve more credit in the film room than what he would get from the fans. This is a great tackle by Childress. This has been active in the run game. Crazy part about it is what the hell are we going to do next year? When Geiger comes back, when Vito comes back, with Lovett playing as well as he's playing, and Childress getting his chance, he getting some run. It's going to be interesting. Don't sleep on Todd Dotson either. He can stay healthy. That's a great tackle by Childress, dude. Put him in 3rd and long. Again, zone. Pass it off. He's in a position where they got to throw it over his head. That's a hard throw. Great defense. You get off the field. Awesome. Now, we got to get 1 first down. At minimum, 1 first down to get Georgia from calling timeout. Here's the crazy part about it. Mark Stoops. You know that Spider-Man meme where the 2 Spider-Mans are pointing at each other? That's Mark Stoops and Kirby Smart. They are the same guy. If we get another first down, I don't think Kirby Smart will use his timeouts. So we need a first down. And dude, this is perfection. And I looked at this again. I'm wrong. Honestly, the line of scrimmage is right here. Dang, he has every right. He could actually block him. This is a layup. We gotta make that layup. That is an easy first down. We gotta make that layup. So then we're down 6-0 at half instead of this. Oh, whoa. Wait. Let me rewind. They running a screen again? Wow. Didn't know teams run screens like this. Because I know when we run it, people get pissed off. Wow. Screen. Interesting. And you want to talk about bad clock management. They had some bad clock management on this drive. They're going to need depth next season unless the offense gets on track. The D would be on. Nah, Elliott, the defense is not going to be on the field a lot. Stoops is not going to allow that to happen. It doesn't matter who's at quarterback. People get upset about, not people, but we got a field goal. The field goal is made from this run. We got to get off blocks. And you know what? I'm going to go to end zone cut. That's too much. All right. This is the deal. Andrew Phillips comes up nice. He's got to take that lineman legs out and be aggressive here. He cannot sit in the hole. He cannot sit. He cannot do that. He's got to come and wreck the party. It really doesn't matter now if you keep contained or not, because here's the deal. That running back is real close to that tight end. If you come and just submarine that, you might be able to make the tackle. You can't come up here and sit. If you want to keep your outside arm free, you come and scream at his left leg and run through his left leg to the running back. You cannot do this. And we got to make that tackle, Childress. Really simple as that. So now they get on the other side of 50, and now they in business. That's great defense right there. Make the tackle, make them call a timeout. Tick, 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 tick. Good defense. Good zone defense behind. He can't find no one. Got to throw it away. That is great. Look, there's no one open. Look, no one open. He's not going to throw it backside. That's a long throw. That's an easy pick. He's not open. We got guy who sit on the knee and a guy over the top. If he throws here, he got enough time to react. He got enough time to react. There's nobody open. Look at the great zone defense. Look, and now when you start scrambling, you latch on. Nobody. Nobody's open. Great fucking defense. That is textbook zone defense with a quarterback that scrambled. This is so close. This. If Phillips doesn't hesitate, watch him hesitate right after he jams that guy. See that little hesitation? Right about the top of the numbers, he pitter-patters. If he runs through that, this is not a catch. Damn. Now, it's not crazy. We only gave up 3, but still, this is a great tackle. Made him call that last time out. Now, they said, I heard somebody on Twitter write that this next play, I didn't know they had the NFL rule, is since Valentine tackled him backwards, that the clock should have been running. I didn't know that rule, but apparently that should have been a clock should have ran out. So to be down 9-0 at half to this team is pretty damn good, especially when our offense marched down the field 2 of the 3 possessions. We got turnover on downs, then we missed a field goal. It could theoretically be 6-6. Unfortunate that that's a clip I got. Someone posted that clip. It's unfortunate because it's not this week that bothers me. It's 2 games prior to this that our defense knew that they had to play their ass off, and they didn't. South Carolina, when we knew we didn't have Will, and last week against Vandy. Vandy should not have scored more than 10 points. Simple as that. This game bothers me because we played with a lot more intensity than we played last week. And I'm going to say this. Like I said this on the locker Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That a lot of y'all want to say we're a football school. Football schools do not say, why would I go to Vandy in that weather playing against Vandy? Football schools would not say that. Football schools go to all the games. Here's the deal. If this team was 2-8 going into this game, I totally understand. I was 1-8 before. I will understand fans not coming to the game. Totally get it. But when you are 6-4, playing a number 1 ranked team in the country, how in the hell are we not supposed to fill the stadium when we are trying to say we're a football school? Football schools packs the stadium. Doesn't matter they playing Vandy or not. Doesn't matter. So football schools pack the stadium, and this stadium was not packed against the number 1 team in the country on primetime slot. CBS picks us for the 3:30 slot. I don't have a problem if a lot of fans say that we're not a football school or we're back. I would have no problem. But there's a lot of people say we're a football school or we're a football state. Well, show it. Show it. Because I'm going to say one thing. It's a little thing. I don't like to be harping on the Vandy game. I guarantee you there was more people in the stands last week. That defense might have played a little bit more inspired because there would have been a lot more hoopla in the stands, a lot louder, a lot more advantage for us. Lake Dog, I don't know about Rupp. All I know is about us. So, if you want to be deemed a football school, you got to act like football schools. And when you act like football schools, that means you come see football games. You don't say, oh, it's deer season, first day of deer season, and they playing Vandy, and it's cold outside. Now, the thing about it, there are fans who still go. I am grateful. I was 1 in whatever, and we still had 10,000 fans. Grateful for those. I am grateful. But don't call yourself something if you're not willing to back that something up. All right, y'all. We went a little under 2 hours. Again, as usual, I appreciate all you guys and girls coming on and bantering with me. It makes it a lot more fun when we get some back and forth. Great questions, great comments. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same time. And no, it won't be same time because it'll be earlier. It'll be at the normal 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And I'll see you tomorrow. If you're ever, I'll do that, Suncat. See you guys mañana.